Hey, sports fans, how you doing? This is Emp One Way here on Got Next Gaming with a little Madden 16. We're going to go ahead and jump into one of their newer ways to play Madden. Actually, it says it right there. Madden's brand new way to play Draft Champions. We're going to go ahead and try out this mode to see what it's all about. Haven't looked at it yet, heard some great things about it. Really excited to try it out. I'm a huge fantasy football fan. Matter of fact, we just had our fantasy draft a couple of days ago at work. We kind of do one at work, 12 of us, and we get a nice little league going. And we get some nice trash talking going while we're working. We're gonna try this out and see what it is. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet. I've only heard great things, and it's like they say, if you like fantasy football or any kind of fantasy drafts, this is your kind of game. So we're going to jump in here to the solo draft. I don't like playing with people online because they're mostly trolls, but that's my opinion and my opinion only. You have to pick a coach first, and then you get 15 rounds of picking players. Seems like it's exciting stuff. I'm going to go ahead with Ron Rivera for the kind of the speed running game type of deal. And in our first round here, we have a couple of picks: T.J. Ward, Dante Whitner, and Jimmy Smith. We're going to take Whitner, the strong safety. I always liked him. I always thought he was pretty good. Then we have a couple other guys here: Buster Screen, Charles Johnson, and Chris Ivory. Thinking maybe I go running back here because I don't know what kind of running backs I'm going to get. I want somebody who's going to be pretty good. I like Chris Ivory. Liked him I am a Jet fan. I like him as a Jet. I think he's got a lot of strength. He's got a lot of power. Maybe not exactly to this style of game, but we'll see what happens. Here, to me, it's like almost a no-brainer. Derek Johnson's a great middle linebacker and all, and a free safety would be nice, but Sheldon Richardson is a beast, and I have to think I have to go for Sheldon Richardson. I mean, what are you going to do? That's what I'm taking. I'm going for the right end. We're going to build up the defensive line on this team. I think is going to be a good way to go on this one. So next one, we got Cameron Wake, we got Navarro Bowman, and Harrison Smith. There's a free safety that I'm looking for in 88. Being that I just took a lineman on defense, you know what? Let's go ahead and keep going with the defense, I think, we have no choice really in this round. They're all defensemen, but they're giving us some pretty good picks here for defense. So we're going to go ahead and take Smith and the free safety spot. So we got some deep strength there in the secondary. And now we're going to get a couple different looks here, some linemen and a tight end. I think we're going to go ahead and work on our line here instead of the tight end. And Zach Ertz is a tempting, but we're going to go with Boone here for the right guard. Next one, Justin Tuck, Clay Matthews, and Aaron Donald. To me, this is a no-brainer as well. Defensive tackle, or do you take Clay Matthews, the middle linebacker, who I think is, again, an absolute beast. So let's go ahead and take him. Next round, 7 of 15. We got Iopati, we got Whitworth, and we got Tannenhill. Quarterback, I don't think so. I'm not really going to, I don't know if I really want to pick a quarterback. Don't know how important that is for the first run of this. I know Matt Castle is our quarterback currently, so we'll go ahead and take the left guard. We'll build up our offensive line a little bit more. Here, this was a really tough one. Cam Chancellor, we already took a strong safety in Whitner. Luke Kuechly, I love Kuechly. I think he's a beast as well. And then J.J. Watt. But you know what, folks? How do you pass up J.J. Watt in a draft of any sort? I mean, when you got to pick players, this was a tough pick for me. I kind of went back and forth a little bit. I like the idea of Kuechly, but I already took Matthews. So, you know what? I think we're going to have to go with J.J. Watt. Yep, let's do it. J.J. Watt it is. Pick him. Let's move on. Next up here, we're going to get Jarius Byrd, Mario Williams, and Jamie Collins. We got some great picks here as well. What do we do with this one? Do we go with the left outside linebacker? Do we go with a left end? We haven't picked the left end yet. Oh, actually, we did pick all our ends. I'm sorry. And we got a free safety. We'll take the left outside linebacker. He will be placed over in the starting role above Keith Rivers. Sproles, Loadholt, and Finley. We do need a tight end. I already picked running back with Chris Ivory, although Sproles is also tempting as well because of what he kind of brings to the table in the passing game. What do you do here, folks? Kind of struggled with this one too. It was like, what do I do? Jermichael Finley, Loadhold, right tackle. Don't want to really work on the line anymore at this point. Sproles, Finley. What's it going to be? Jermichael Finley is the way we're going to go. We'll take the tight end, 81 overall. Next one up, we got Poe, we got David, we got Hardy. Some more defense here. A lot of defensive picks here for us in these early rounds as we're getting into the later rounds now. This is another one where it's like, what do we want to work on? Do we want to work on the linebackers? Do we want to work on the, or do you want to work on the line? I do have already the right end and the left end that I want. I think we're going to work on the defensive line now a little bit more and go for the middle of it and take Poe. We're going to make this defensive line solid with that move. Here's another tough pick. I wasn't so much worried about Jason Peters as I was about LaShawn McCoy or Jimmy Graham. I mean, I already picked Finley for tight end. I mean, Jimmy Graham is a huge upgrade over Jermichael Finley. But what do? I already have Ivory as a running back. LaShawn McCoy doesn't really fit the scheme of this team. That rhymes. But again, what do you do here? It was a tough pick for me to kind of go for it. But you know what? Overall, I said at the end of it, let's go ahead and do Shady McCoy because I like his speed. I like his agility. He's a quick, slithering little back, and that's what we went ahead and did here. We just took LaShawn McCoy and made it easy on ourselves. So now we got 2 solid backs. This way I have a good way to go after that. And this one, it was Justin Houston, who's a beast of a linebacker, and Hightower, another great linebacker, and then A.J. Green. I have not worked on my passing game very much except for the fact that I picked up Jermichael Finley. I think it's time to go wide receiver here for this one as I don't have anybody to catch the ball, and I definitely don't have a quarterback to throw it, so I haven't seen a quarterback yet. Next round, 14th, Michael Johnson, Dwight Freeney, or Calvin Pryor. Do I want a free safety? Nope, already picked a free safety, and Pryor doesn't really do us any good there. I think that picking a right outside linebacker will do it for us here. It'll be a good move in Dwight Freeney. As again, I like Dwight Freeney. I mean, I don't know how you pass a guy like this up with his experience and everything else of what he brings to the game. And here we have the 15th and final round. This again was another tough one. LaDainian Tomlinson, Herman Moore, Ray Lewis. Again, I really struggled with this one in trying to figure out who I was going to take here. I had already picked 2 running backs. I have my middle linebacker in Clay Matthews. I trust him. What do you do here? I really hadn't worked on my wide receivers. I mean, Herman Moore would be a great pick here as well. But Tomlinson, how do you pass up a guy like Tomlinson, LT? I mean, how do you pass up a guy like Ray Lewis? I mean, these guys are, all of them, they're all beasts. What do you do here in this situation? I mean, folks, this was a tough pick for me. I sat here and I struggled with it for some time, as you could see, going back and forth. Ultimately, I decided that I was going to go with the wide receiver and build up the passing game a little bit more. This way I had 2 legitimate targets to throw to without a legitimate quarterback to pass to him. I mean, Matt Castle's a good quarterback. He's solid, but not what I would want overall in building this kind of team. But it is what it is. We'll live with having Matt Castle out there. We'll see our draft summary right there, and we will see that we are 81 overall, 80 offense, and 81 defense. I think our defense is pretty stacked. I think the defense looks a little bit better than the 81 overall, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. We're going to jump ahead into our first game action here. You can see our numbers here look a lot better than their numbers across the board there. So the team that we're going against should be pretty easy for us to work against. We're going to take a look here as they get the ball first. We're playing the Vikings and whatever fantasy draft they had. Pass to the outside to Jernigan. He makes the catch, and he is out. 2nd down and 10 here after the first down. McCoy hands off, and the Jet defense is able to track him down and stop him before he gets the first down on that one. Picks up 8 yards. 3rd and 2 here after that run. Looking pretty good in their opening drive here. A little bit later on, actually next play, they do the handoff, but we sniff it out in the backfield, and he is dropped for a loss. So it'll be 4th down. The defense steps up and does what it's supposed to do. I mean, we drafted it to be the strong point of this team for the most part. I went mostly defense and picked up all the beast players I could. We're going to hand off to Shady here, and he's going to make a couple of moves to get to the outside and pick up a first down for our boys here. 4th down and 1 here a little bit later on. We're going for it early in the game in the 2nd quarter here. Spin move, gets the first down on 4th and 1, and that's the way to do that. And that's kind of the reason why I picked up a guy like this, for his speed. And it worked out for us there. 1st and 10 here on this one. Going to pass deep over the middle. Bullet pass to Moore. Good pickup for us again as Matt Castle is now 2 for 2 on his passing game, and we get the first down on that one. Next play, first down, deep ball to the right side, going up to grab it, makes the catch, rolling over the defender into the end zone, touchdown for A.J. Green, and that's why we picked him up. I mean, you know what? That's why we went for the wide receivers. Touchdown. That's what we're looking for there. And now Minnesota has the ball with a 3rd and 17 here. We have the lead with only 40 seconds left in the half. Handoff to the outside. Drops him there. Great play by Clay Matthews. Beast coming into the backfield to sniff out that run and drop him for the loss. And that's exactly what we were looking for when we drafted him. Like I said, we made the moves we made for a reason. And I was looking for a certain kind of I was looking for something here when I was doing these picks, you know. That's what I was looking for. That'll do it for the first half in this one, and we do have the lead. And we'll take a look at our stats here. Looking pretty good with 60 yards passing and 21 yards rushing. 10.1 is the average per play, which is pretty solid. And we're going to see what our boys can do in the second half. Castle's back here now with a couple minutes left in the third quarter, a little bit later on in the third quarter, as nothing was doing before. We have Chris Ivory in there now, who's going to take the ball and run with it and pick up 9 yards. We picked up Chris Ivory for his strength. He's a bruiser of a back. I like the way he runs. His legs just keep turning. He's one of those guys that's hard to get to bring down when he gets going. And here he'll pick up the first down, runs into the back of his own man, but it doesn't matter. It's still the first down, and we'll take that. 1st and 10 here. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. We'll hand it off to McCoy as we're switching back and forth, and there'll be a nice 1-2 punch for these guys. Play action to Finley, and there's Jermichael Finley that we drafted, and that was a good pick for us. Over the middle, first down. Matt Castle's making all the throws and getting the receptions that he needs to get here. 2nd and 7 on this one a little bit later on with 13 seconds left. Handoff to McCoy. Right up the middle. Picks up the first down. And that's exactly what we wanted to see out of him. We're going to pick this one up later on in the fourth quarter. 3 minutes left. Throw to the sideline. One-handed grab. He is not in bounds. It will not be a catch or a completion. That was a great play, folks. I mean, going up there and reaching up for it. We'll catch the replay. It was worthy of a look. Avery goes up, gets it with one hand, but rolls over the defender and out of bounds. Doesn't get his feet in bounds to make the completion on that one. But what a great effort there to go up and get that ball. 2:55 left in the fourth quarter. Still have the lead here, 7-0. Castle hands off to McCoy, who will spin, make another move, and gets the first down. Looking pretty good. Pretty aggressive with the running there. And pretty solid. I guess he wasn't such a bad pickup after all, folks. I mean, that's what we wanted him to do. We wanted his speed and his agility. Pass to the outside to Moore. First down on that one. It was a curl route, and we're able to get it into him there. And Matt Castle is making some decent throws. I guess we didn't need a quarterback after all. 2nd and goal here. Throw to Ivory into the corner. Makes the catch. Feet are in bounds. Touchdown, Jets. And it is now 13-0. Looking good there. We actually brought Ivory in so we can have him run and punch it in on the run, but I decided after the fact to go ahead and do pass, and it worked out for us anyway, and Ivory was the man who made the catch anyway. I brought him in to get the touchdown, and either way, he did it. Whether it was a run or a pass, he got it either way. I like it. So now McCoy has the ball here with 1:47 left. Throws it away as he had pressure on him from Sheldon Richardson. Had to get rid of the ball. 2nd down and 10. See what we get here. 3rd down and 10 now. Drops back to make the pass. And a little pressure on him here as well. And this one will be out of bounds. And incomplete. 4th down and 10. We hold them here, but they're going to go for it on 4th and 10 because we're getting close to the end of the game. Only minute 38 left in the fourth. And McCoy drops back to pass from the shotgun. Throws over the middle. Completes the pass in between some defenders. I mean, 4th and 10. He goes ahead and makes a great play there. Here we are a little bit later on, 3rd and 4. And let's see if we can stop him here as we're at about midfield. McCoy drops back, and great catch over the middle. Diving catch from that one. I don't even know who the player was, but great catch. Later on, 3rd and 10 with 56 seconds left to go in the game. Drops back to pass, and over the middle, complete again for another first down. 3rd and 10 again. Can they make the first down? Yes, goes up and fights for it, gets the catch, and makes the first down again. This was a theme this entire drive. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 10, and they kept making the first down. Here they are throwing into the corner on 2nd and goal. They get the touchdown, and that's all right. I mean, there's only a few seconds left in the game, but they're going to go ahead and challenge this one because that's what they're supposed to do now in the league, right? If it's under 2 minutes, they're going to check to make sure the receiver had possession and was in bounds. Looks like he got both feet down there to me, and I don't know if he had full control of the ball, but his feet were definitely in bounds. They're going to go ahead and call it a touchdown. The ruling on the field stands, and that is a touchdown that the Jet defense did give up, and we're okay with that. Not such a big deal. I mean, they played really well up until this point, but here we are now at 17 seconds left. We just pretty much got to wrap it up. We're going to take a knee on this one, and that's going to do it for this game here, folks, as the Jets win it 14-7 on the shoulders of Matt Castle and some great defense up until the end there on that last drive. So I really like this mode here for Madden. I mean, this draft champions, you have to kind of go through. You got to play 3 games, and then you get like some more rewards. I'm not exactly sure what that looks like yet. We're going to find out, though. We're going to again catch the score here, 14-7 Jets. We win our first one here. I know that we have to, like I said, we have to play like 3 games in order to get the next level. We'll see the stats: 85 yards passing, 69 rushing, and 7.3 per play, which is pretty huge. I mean, that's a pretty high average in the NFL, if you ask me. And look at Matt Castle, 85.7% completion percentage. That's awesome stuff right there for only 85 yards, but had 2 touchdowns, and that's the important part. It's the win that matters, right? So we'll just take a quick look at here at the team as we are going to put an end here to this episode. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking us out. I will be bringing more of this very, very soon. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Share this with your friends. I will see you around the channel, and goodbye now.